So I'm getting ready to plan a trip for the Red River Gorge. It'll be 2 nights, 2 days. Temperatures are going to be around 20 to 5 degrees. So it's going to be super cold. This is what I'm packing. This is a lot of this stuff I usually take year round. Yeah, let's go through it. Let's talk about gear. So first off, I use a ULA Ohm 2.0 pack. I have the Black Diamond Alpine Ergo Cork. Telescopic hiking poles. I love them. I didn't use hiking poles for a long time, and then when I started doing more mileage, started getting a lot of pain in my knees. So definitely got those. Love them. Can't say enough good things about them. I've been using them for probably about 7 months now. The tape means this is the right one. I did get rid of the straps. I didn't like them, so I just ended up cutting them out. And I like Shug's response of you can just throw them down when you don't have the straps. Took me a couple days to get used to them and get the rhythm down, but I found that when I do hike with them, my hike is more rhythmic, almost like a cadence. I use the Solomon gaiters for my feet. These things are amazing. I've been using these for about the same time, about 7 to 8 months. And yeah, there's not a trip that I go on that I do not use them. Keeps the rocks out, keeps everything of getting in. You know, I'll talk about my shoes later. But yeah, phenomenal. Worth the money. My knife is Ant Azula, which is the Ant. It's razor sharp, holds a good edge, great for backpacking, it's light. I did opt in and get the handles, and it gives me a better purchase. I have big palms, so it gives me a better purchase. I did do a 550 cord wrap, and I didn't like that. It didn't give me enough girth on the handle. But wonderful knife, definitely big enough for most camp chores. I don't really process a lot of wood. Sunglasses, these are Solar Comforts. I believe I got these from a friend. They're polycarbonate lenses made in China. Phenomenal, they work great. ULA pack cover. It was saying rain, now it's saying snow, so I'm not taking it. What else? That's some DIY gear for a friend. Quit following me around. Just keep it on me. Okay? Okay. Always take the flag. Gotta represent. So corrosive cookie. So I usually hang this off one of my suspensions. I'll be going with Jackie 3 bags and the Riddler. This week I got a GPS just because I like to record my miles per hour and everything. Last year, what did I say? So this is my GPS. I really enjoy it because it gives me my miles per hour. It shows me how many breaks I'm taking. I really like it. I like that I can export trips and do a bunch of stuff with the software that is free. I wish the battery life was a little bit longer, but I highly enjoy it, and I like the data and everything. I carry a watch here, and I am a vapor, so I usually carry my vaporizer in this mag light pouch right here for easy access. I've removed the handholds on the ULA. And then we'll talk about the pockets. So most of this stuff stays in my pack year round. I usually never take it out unless it needs to be cleaned, but I've got some dried out wood shavings and some Vaseline cotton balls for fire starting. Strike my fire steel, thing works awesome. Whistle. Not gonna do it too hard. Kill the kids' ears. Here's my compass. So just a real small directional compass. Most of the places I'm going, if you head in one direction for 10 miles, you're gonna hit pavement. So this is just a chamois towel. This mainly is for cleaning off my tarp. This is about the only time I use it if there's ever any precipitation. So let's go to the other side. And Shug's got a great video on this pack. This is the pack he uses. He highly recommended it. I bought it. They're not like most companies. Your pack is basically custom tailored to your body size. And I have pretty much a 24-inch torso. So most packs I can't buy. So with the ULA I can. My back doesn't hurt anymore. It's, you know, I've had probably about 30 pounds in it. And that's what led me to purchase it. I called up, talked to customer service a couple times. Highly informative. They actually picked up the phone and talked with me. And this pack is their extra large, which means 24-inch long torso. They have videos on how to measure your torso. Make sure your pack fits your torso length. What's really great is they have interchangeable hip belts. Since it's been winter, and because I was hunting with the Riddler, I haven't been backpacking as much, so I packed on some weight. By the summer, I'll drop probably 20 to 25 pounds, and I'll actually have to go down and purchase the next size hip belt. This is just first aid hygiene kit. I got some Body Glide, some Carmex, travel size toothpaste, travel size toothbrush, Motrin, a couple alcohol wipes from BW3s, and a couple Band-Aids. Usually I don't use Band-Aids. If I do get cut really deep, I'll end up probably putting a Band-Aid and then wrapping it with duct tape. That's going to hold up a lot better than just about anything else. So like I said, most of this stuff, these pouches don't get touched much unless I'm going to camp starting a fire or doing my hygiene. But when I come back, the only time I'll open up is if I need a resupply, and usually I rebag everything every year, every January. So that's it for the pack. I can't say enough good things about this pack. It's phenomenal. Like I said, there's a lot of other reviews about the pack, but this is what I use, and I highly recommend it to anybody. Especially the weight too. The pack by itself, being an extra large pack, is around 2 pounds, and for a pack that can carry all this gear, especially for a larger person, it's just phenomenal. Hammocks. So this is a DIY hammock I made at a 1.6 Dutch. I got it from DutchWearGear.com. It has Dynaglide suspension. It does have a adjustable. I can't remember if I put an adjustable ridgeline. It's got a sewn-in bug net with a zipper. Love this hammock. Unfortunately, I'm getting close to the weight limit, and I wanted to go with something sturdier for now until I get back down. So what I picked up was my buddy Alex, who is the Frolicking Dutchman. And the reason why he's that is because on a lot of trips he goes on with us, he literally brings a huge pot and his MSR stove, and he makes Dutch hot chocolate for everybody. And basically he runs from tarp to tarp when we're spread out, and and delivers drinks. So he got the trail name of the Frolicking Dutchman. He makes great hammocks. This is a double layer 1.6. This one is number 126. It has a fixed ridge line. It also has a gear bag on the ridge line. I'm not gonna lie. At home, I sleep in a hammock, and this is the hammock I sleep in. I sleep in this thing almost every night. Some nights I crash on the couch and I pay for it in the morning. I literally sleep in a hammock at least 300 days out of the year. It doesn't hurt my neck, doesn't hurt my lower back. I feel like I get a good sleep. And for years, I was a stomach slides sleeper. And getting into hammock camping has really, I'm sleeping on my back, no pains, no pressure points, and I just feel phenomenal. These are his straps that he sends with all his hammocks. I do have one of his Boone hammocks, and he's actually updating that to 2.4 right now, so I can't show it to you. That's a phenomenal hammock. I've used it on several trips. It's rated for 20 degrees. I've had it down to 10 degrees, and been snug as a bug. But it's got cinch buckles. And like I said, I sleep in this thing almost every night. Super comfortable. Doesn't have that stretch. Doesn't have that, and doesn't, you don't get that butt stretch where your butt is, and it kind of sinks down a couple inches lower than the rest of the hammock. I don't get that with this hammock, so that's why I've gone to the higher ones, just because of my size. So if you're a bigger person, then and you buy a hammock and you start getting that stretch in it, that would definitely be a telltale sign of getting a heavier weight material. Super soft, super comfortable. You don't slide in it. Phenomenal hammock. It does come with its own stuff sack, which I'll be putting into it, but tonight I have to sleep in it. So I'll have to pack tomorrow. All right, I need some coffee. All right. So from Shell Hammock also makes covers. So much like a bug net, this is actually a solid cover that goes over. And what it'll end up doing is creating kind of like a microclimate. So, and that's right here. So I haven't even had it out. I hadn't even set it up or anything. Once again, the stitching and everything is just phenomenal. It has its own stuff sack and comes with its own stakes. And I have those packed away with some extra stakes that I have. But what I tend to go with for stakes is just the shepherd hooks. I got these for like 70 cents a piece. They're aluminum. They don't bend. I don't bend them. I bend some of the other ones, and I've been upset about that, but these haven't bent on me. I carry 6. I carry 4 for my tarp, and then 2 for either the cover or a bug net if I'm using a shell system, a shell hammock system. If I'm using DIY, I'll take the 2 out because I don't need them, and I'll carry just the 4. For me, it's not about counting ounces anymore. I've done that. I used to carry just an assault pack. A military, I think it's a assault pack, and that's how low I went down to as far as weight and size, and that ended up hurting my lower back with not having the hip belt, and my pack weight around that time was around 15 pounds. So always carry a headlamp. I got a fuel. It's not the greatest. It works. I've had to night hike several times with it. Does the job, and works great. And the battery life is amazing. I actually had the batteries in here too long, and they ended up having some corrosion in there. Cleaned everything out, put some new batteries in. It was good to go. I sweat a lot, so when I do use it or I have it around my neck right at sundown, a lot of sweat and everything gets in there. I've done a lot of rain trips. nothing really stops my trips. We did a funky pig hang. We did a pork roast on last night, and it rained for 2 days straight, 40-degree weather. It was miserable, but you know, all the gear came through. Nothing got saturated, and it was a really good trip. The hike we had to cut down by half because it was just wet clay. We were slipping and sliding, and we really couldn't get our pace going. Whenever it does get cold weather, this Chaos beanie is awesome. It's wool, and then it has a fleece band because I have a problem with cotton and nylon and a bunch of other materials actually rub my forehead raw. With this fleece band in here, it doesn't. And super comfortable. Usually this is the only thing on the top of my head when I sleep. It's all that's needed. I do not hike in this at all. I have some wool gloves. These are just cheap Walmart wool gloves. I actually slide these over my mechanic's gloves once I get to camp. Keeps everything nice and warm. And then with the fingertips, I still have the dexterity I need to break everything down. But I found that's pretty much all I need. Or, you know, I'll just stuff them in my pockets. Sometimes I don't even wear them. When I do when I do sleep, I usually have some kind of neck gaiter. This is a really thin cotton one that I picked up at some store in Indiana when I was going to Hoosier National Forest for a trip. I usually wear this just when I'm sleeping. I tend to heat up when I'm hiking, and in 20-30 degree weather, it's not uncommon for me to be in a t-shirt. And I'll still have a light sweat. So always carry a map. It's a full map of the gorge. I've walked the gorge, most trails, at least 5 times in the last 2 years. And so I really don't need it, but I always like to have it. And when people are lost, which I normally find on trips, especially when it gets busy, there's a lot of people who don't know where they're going, or remember even where they parked their car. I usually carry a map with me just to help them out. And I got the GPS with all the trails on it too. I do a trash compactor bag as well, just in case. This makes a nice floor mat for my hammock, or just to have it in case it does rain. So these hold up pretty good. I have to replace them, I would say, every 3 to 4 months. They get a few holes in it.